and let us all do we can to build a better future.
We have to focus what happened yesterday, 9/11. It was an important event in U.S. history. And of course, all the politicians are clamoring at the bit to make themselves shine brighter than their competitors. But Joe Biden, he takes first place, not because of what he is doing or how he's presenting himself, but again, how senile he is making himself look to the American people. Again, I think telling the truth is an anathema to Joe Biden. All right. Now, like all politicians, they lie. I mean, Carlos Sanchez is the avatar of Congress because, again, all of them are liars and he is their true full on body representation. That's what he is. But Biden, in all of his dementia and his Alzheimer's and his, again, failing health and so much more, because this man is not a spring chicken. I vote blue no matter who. Come to terms with the fact that you have an old dog and a cackling hyena as your two heavyweight champions. I mean, what are you? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? And I have to think that, well, you guys need a little help. You're going full on stupid. I got to be careful with the words here. Don't want to trigger too many liberals because apparently Joe Biden just can't help it. Biden under fire after falsely claiming he was at ground zero the day after. He wasn't there. You know, not to trigger anyone, but even Donald Trump kind of showed up at 9/11. Okay, he was there. He was there on the ground. He got his construction crews there, all that. But Biden, you weren't there. You weren't there. Donald Trump was. You weren't, right? Now, again, look, here's what's wrong with the president. President Joe Biden came under fire on the 22nd anniversary of 9/11 after he falsely claimed to have been at ground zero the day after the attack on the World Trade Center. Biden became the first sitting president not to visit the 9/11 memorial site on the anniversary attacks, and Monday opting to deliver the speech from Alaska instead. Ground Zero in New York, I remember standing there the next day looking at the building. I felt like I was looking through the gates of hell. It looked so devastating, Biden claimed during the speech. However, many social media users, including the Republican National Committee, were quick to point out that Biden was actually in Washington, D.C. the day after 9/11 and did not visit the site until a week later. Sort of like 13 days later after what happened in Maui. And by the way, remember when Biden said before he flew off to Vietnam, I know his first tour in Vietnam, that he was going to visit East Palestine, Ohio soon? Yeah, that didn't happen because he landed in the White House some time ago. I don't know if he's planning on going to East Palestine, Ohio, but hey, folks, let's have democracy in the chat. Type 1 if you think, you know what, Kit? Biden is going to visit East Palestine, Ohio. You just wait and see. And he's going to be a real president and help out the people there. Type 2, no, he's not going to be there. And probably during the campaign trail, he's going to lie saying that he was there and visited the people, confusing himself for Pete Buttigieg because he's a senile old bat. I wonder how many 2s we're going to get in the chat. But listen, it's one thing for me to say this. It's another thing altogether when you hear the president actually say it for himself. Here he is in Alaska, the old dog himself.
To renew our sacred vow, never forget, never forget. We never forget. Each of us, each of those precious lives stolen too soon when evil attacked. Ground Zero in New York. And I remember standing there the next day and looking at the building. I felt like I was looking through the gates of hell. It looked so devastating because from where you could stand.
That's not what happened. Here he was on September 12th. Hey, a more coherent Joe Biden. Just as corrupt, but more coherent.
The senator is recognized.
Mr. President, I can't think of any other legislative body in the world where you would hear the speech you just heard by the junior senator from Virginia, where his heart is aching, his constituency, many in his constituency have died. Buildings in this state are still burning. And in the ultimate American way, he calls at the end of his speech for not abrogating the basic cherished liberties that this nation has. I doubt whether you would hear that on any other assembly in the world.
Yes, Biden, you lied. And here is Biden in 2001, September 12th, in Washington, D.C., in the Capitol building. This fraud, this fraudulent idiot. But don't worry, the media is talking about it too. Here's Joe. Here's again commentary from Fox News.
Well, our focus the last couple of days has been on President Biden here in South Asia. And when I asked a White House official why it is that President Biden was here and missing the 9/11 commemorations at the attack sites, the analogy that I was given is that 22 years after Pearl Harbor, U.S. presidents were not still going to visit Hawaii. Well,
so yeah, that is commentary on Joe Biden. Now, look, I know recently there's been a lot of people posting, including Fat Tony, Cenk Uygur, talking about, oh my God, Biden's getting senile. Oh my God, he's got to go. Unfortunately, here's a news flash. Unless something astronomically insane, like you can't hide it anymore, the DNC, the Democratic establishment, all of its operatives are still going to hold on to Joe Biden. Again, corporate media and the Democrats kind of shot themselves in the foot. And this is very hilarious because they put themselves between a rock and a hard place. They have no choice but to have this old dog as their nominee. So if you're a vote blue no matter who person, a Democrat voter that's going to vote for Biden, you're going to have to live with the fact that it is going to be extremely difficult to control and maintain somebody who is losing their cognitive abilities. Again, Biden is stuttering. He's stammering. The way he moves, his health is failing him. He's 80 years old. And should he get elected into office, he'll be 82. And let's say he keeps on going forward, he'll be 86. I hate to tell this to you, but his body, his mind will fail him. And Kamala, the failed politician who's only vice president out of pity, will be his successor. Somebody who can not keep a straight face, who will always keep on smiling and laughing. Again, Tulsi Gabbard's right in her assessment. Kamala laughs because it's a nervous tick. She's not qualified for the office, and she isn't. She isn't. The Democrat voters, I'm going to laugh at all this fear and propaganda that you're going to be putting on us independents, that, oh, you people have to vote Democrat. You people have to support Joe Biden or it'll help out Trump. No. You guys were the ones so triggered by Donald Trump that you picked an old dog to be your nominee. It's you, the blue MAGA, the Democrats, the blue checkmark pundits, and everyone else that said, we have to vote for Biden. It's people like Fat Tony, Cenk Uygur, Sammy Boy Cedar, Kyle Kuklinski, Bernie Sanders, and AOC that told us that we could push Biden to the left. We got to hold his feet to the fire. You can't do it. None of you are going to do it. And all these people who are now huddling together wondering, how are we going to save this? The Democrat Party is a sinking ship. The Democrats can't fight. To be a Democrat at this point in time is pretty pathetic. When you rig your own primaries, where you have superdelegates. So that means you, the voter, if you were sitting down right now and deciding, I'm going to participate in the Democratic primary. In all truth, your vote doesn't matter because the establishment already picked who they want, and the establishment is picking an old dog. Now, I have covered on this show that they're looking at other potential successors, but let's look at their little pot of people that they're going to pick. AOC, Kamala, the Joker, Booty Juice, Pete Buttigieg. You've got Gavin Newsom and Governor Whitmer. That's all you got? All of them are mediocre. All of them are pathetic. And if the Democrats were really serious about this, if the Democratic Party actually gave a damn, why, they would actually make sure that Biden was a one-term president and tell him not to run. But they can't. They can't do it. They know they can't do it. Perhaps maybe they're doing this on purpose. It's not the first time we've seen the Democrats purposely set themselves up for failure, nor will it be the last. But after Biden's actions, after this and so many other numerous amounts of failures, he's not worth our time. And I encourage all of you, as a final note, to push back against these people who will bully you, who will yell at you on social media, who will tell you that you're a bad person. No, 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 no. Embrace their hatred. Live rent-free in their head. These Vote Blue, no matter who sycophants, are going to defend a liar. And their only thing is that they're ever going to say is that he's better than Trump. That's all what they have. His record is pathetic. His career has been built on nothing but a lie. He's been on the wrong side of history. And once again, the Democrats, you did this to yourselves. And all what I can do and encourage my audience to do is not follow your talking points, not vote Democrat, and to trigger you and to make you cry, as we should.